Hi, everybody. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. I am Denise and I'm with the lovely Jess today. And we are going to share some information with you that was shared with us. For me, it was 7 years ago. How long ago was it for you, Jess?
2 years ago for me.
2 years ago, this information was shared with us. And I know for me personally, it has totally changed my life. And I know we've got a whole group of women in our group, and there's more and more women joining us, and we're so excited to bring this information to you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick through some slides and we'll kick this off. We ready, Jess?
Ready? Yep.
We're always ready. All right. So, first of all, I would like to just give you an income disclaimer. And obviously, if you don't work the business, you don't make any money, and there's no earning projections, promises, or representations. And it's just like anything else. If you go to if you've got a full time job and you don't turn up, or a casual job and you're not turning up, then of course you don't get paid for what you do. And it's very similar here. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And, it all depends on how much time and effort that you're prepared to put in to what you actually get back. And so, we like to put this disclaimer in. We're not going to tell you you're going to make millions if you just don't do anything at all. All right. So, what we're going to cover today is partnering with the ultimate offer and discover the top affiliate offers that prioritize both your health, your wealth through leveraged income without the hassles of creating your own products or service. Attract leads to that offer. So, how to use social media to effortlessly attract hungry buyers who want what you have, eliminating the need to pester friends and family. Nobody wants to pester their friends and family. That's just yuck. Automate that offer and how to leverage automated systems that simplify your approach while maximizing your success, and leverage mentorships and community so accessing high level training and expert mentorships. There's going to be masterminds that's worth thousands of dollars, and plus you'll be part of a global community that is growing daily. So you're here right now, and I invite you to take a look at where things are for you in your life right now. So out of a 1 to 10, how is your health, wealth, time with your family, your mindset? Sometimes we need to do a little bit of a check on our mindset because what we're watching is programming our mind. Community, do you hang around with a great community? And your contributions and also your celebrations. And celebrations is something that a lot of people don't do these days. They go to work, they do the job, they get their pay, they pay all their bills, and realistically, there's not enough month at the end of the money, or there's too much month at the end of the money. And I know that was the same thing for me. I got started in the business over 7 years ago. I was working in aged care and I was just looking for something different. I needed to change. On this particular day, I was working with a nurse who was 72, and I asked her why she was still here. And she actually told me that, she had to be there to make ends meet with the pension. Now, that was the biggest line in the sand moment for me because I could not see myself. I just turned 50 and I couldn't see myself working there for another 20 years. And that's when I went searching for the online, something online in the online space. Had no clue what it was, but this is where I ended up. So, I'm big on celebrations, and I love every woman women or men, it doesn't matter, that come into our community, and, everyone deserves to be celebrated. And also creating a life of choice. So, true health. Be supported to prioritize your health and wellness and that of your family and home environment. And true wealth is secure your financial future now for generations to come. And I'm really excited to show you that further on in the slides. And leverage time, create more time to live your life with more choice and flexibility, and follow your passions and your joy. So many people have lost their joy, and it's really finding out what that is for you. And also having location flexibility. This was one of the main reasons I looked at this business model, because I wanted to be able to travel the world, make money, and also, do that from anywhere. As long as I had this with me, I knew that I would have a business. So, that is really important. So, what is the ultimate offer? There's a beautiful Jess in this photo. So leveraged income versus linear income. A product or service people want, need, and love. A model that supports people, the planet, and also profit. And it's high ticket versus low ticket. Now, some people might go, what's high ticket, low ticket? High ticket means high commissions, low ticket means low commissions. And, and an already established offer. So you don't have to go and do the groundwork and actually try and figure it all out yourself, because if I had to, I wouldn't be here. And position with $1 trillion health and wellness industry. This industry is going to be multiple trillions of dollars coming into the future, and offers over 50% commissions. So leverage versus linear. So a linear income is basically a job. A linear income is, in other words, so if you stop working, my question is to you, if you stop working, are you going to get paid? Because with a linear income, that is a job. And I know, once you've used all your sick leave, if something, heaven forbid, something happens and you're unable to work, then, once you stop working, then the money stops coming in. Leveraged income is what we have here, where the idea is that the time and the effort you put in now may give you exponential results in terms of earnings in years to come. And in other words, leveraged income, the work you put in once can generate recurring profits. And that is exactly what I put in place 7 years ago. So what I did 7 years ago, I'm now still getting paid on, which is incredible. So now I get passive income, which is even more exciting when you get passive income, because you don't even know where that comes from, which is awesome. And creating your own offer versus affiliating with one. Now, this is really important, because when I went looking for an opportunity, I had 400 friends on Facebook. I didn't understand social media, and there was no way that I would be able to create an offer. I saw lots of people making money online, but I didn't know what they did. I didn't know how they did it. And I couldn't have created my own offer. It just wasn't possible. So when you create your own offer, obviously it's a high investment. I actually sort of relate this to, say you opened a dress shop, you're looking at $150,000, $200,000 to actually open that dress shop. You're not guaranteed somebody's going to come in and buy from you. And most businesses fail within 3 to 5 years, traditional business, that is. So, you're putting in multiple six figures to start it up. In many other online businesses, you likely have to do everything. So you're wearing all the hats. I know we used to own a pizza shop, which was a traditional business. We had to employ staff, we had to employ drivers, all of the things, and so we were wearing all the hats. We were the boss, we were the delivery drivers, we were people on the phones, like we did the whole thing. So it's wearing all the hats. And it takes a lot of time to build a product that works and converts. And most businesses, as I said, wait 3 to 5 years to make a profit. That's if they stay open that long. And it's so sad that I see so many businesses open. I was just up at my local shopping center yesterday, and I noticed there's 3 empty shops now. And there's another one closing. I saw them packing up all their stock, and I thought, this is so sad. But in a way, everything is going online. And this is what's happening. People are just going online now, and often working alone or investing in mentorships containers at a high cost. So most people have to do that, go and do retreats and all the things, and learning and understanding and money mindset and the whole thing. So that's the difference, where you have to create your own. And then affiliating with one is there's low up investments, so you don't have to have a massive investment, and it's usually a once-off investment as well. Access to valuable tools and resources, so you can focus on building your own business. Partner with a product that people already want and need. And we're going to go into the product soon, which is really cool. And then profit after 3 to 5 sales, not 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 sales, which is really cool. And also depending on the product purchase. And it's also, it's generated as leveraged income. And then collaborating with like-minded individuals and access high-level mentorships without high costs. So, it's a bit of a win-win when you affiliate with a company. All right, so the ultimate offer we're partnered with is True impact products and an entire health system with 4 key products that enhance health, unlock wealth, and protect the environment, along with generational wealth, a high profitable and fair commission structure that offers generational wealth opportunities for you and your family. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this over to Jess, and she's actually going to be sharing with you a little bit about her story, but also who we've decided to partner with.
Hello. So I'm Jess. I live in Geelong with my partner and our 2 teenagers. And I come from a background of veterinary nursing, and I was also working as a PSA at the local hospital when I found this business. So I was juggling 2 jobs and everything else that comes with having horses, a property, a family, a house to manage. And I was feeling very bored, stuck, stagnant, and just wondering, like, is this all that life has to offer me? Is this it for the next 30 years? I'd never done anything like this before. It was all very new to me and a bit daunting, but honestly, it's been the best decision. I've been able to say goodbye to one of my jobs. I only work 2 days a week now at the vet. I've reclaimed my time, and I just feel like I'm in the driver's seat of my own life again. I've been able to travel more, spend more time with my family, ride my horse midweek, catch up with friends, even just do nothing. I'm not stressed and rushing around, and life is just so much more fun and fulfilling. So I love being able to share this with others and just showing people what's possible for them too, because it's changed everything for me. Um, so yeah, what's in the water that we're consuming? The truth is, our water is loaded with a cocktail of harmful substances, even after treatment. And I had no idea about this until I started researching it. We're talking about things like antibiotics, hormones, pharmaceuticals. These get flushed into the system and they don't get fully removed. Rust, heavy metals, sediment, these are from like aging pipes and outdated infrastructure. We've got chlorine, which is added to kill the bacteria, but this can actually cause respiratory, skin, and digestive problems. Fluoride, which they say helps support dental health, but that's been linked to neurological and developmental issues, especially in children. And carcinogens, like if you Google this, it's literally substances that cause cancer. Like, I don't need to explain why we don't want that in our drinking water. Now, is tap water better than drinking water from a puddle? Sure, but let's not pretend it's clean. Our body's 70% water, so what you put in it matters. And when these toxins, they build up over time, the effects don't just go away, they compound. And that's why people are finally questioning it and starting to look for better options. So what water are you drinking? Let's be honest, we all think that we're making healthy choices when it comes to water, but when you actually look into it, none of these options are as clean or as nourishing as they seem. Spring water sounds natural, but it carries bacteria, heavy metals, and other contaminants. Filtered water helps, but it contains heavy metals and strips out the good stuff. You've got bottled water, which is full of microplastics and damaging for the environment as well. Like, there's plastic everywhere. You go down to the beach and there's bottles everywhere. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Rainwater just isn't what it used to be either, with air pollution, and you've got possum poo and bird poo, and it's extremely acidic. So while we drink water and we think it's helping our bodies, it's not giving our body what we need to actually help it and work properly. Poor quality water and dehydration, it impairs the body's ability to eliminate toxins, and this creates a really acidic environment. And what that acidity does to our bodies, it causes things like inflammation, fatigue, digestive problems, joint pain, and long-term illness. And you can look this up. It's all backed by studies. So hydration that heals, why Kangen water compares. All right, so let's talk about water that actually supports your body instead of working against it. This is where Kangen water comes in. It's not just filtered water, it's structured water, and it's designed to work with your body on a cellular level. So we're exposed to things like stress, toxins, pollution, inflammation every day in our world. It builds up in our body as oxidative stress, and it damages our cells and speeds up things like inflammation, aging, and disease. This water helps your body remove that oxidation and flushes it out. So Kangen water is structured in a way that helps your cells absorb it, and it enhances hydration, reduces oxidative stress, and improves cellular balance, ensuring the body is properly detoxified. So it provides optimal health outcomes. Think like faster recovery, clearer skin, better digestion, more energy, all because your cells are finally getting what they need. Molecular hydrogen is the antioxidant superpower. So molecular hydrogen-rich water has a potent antioxidant content compared to any other liquid on the planet. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, and that supports nervous system function. It detoxifies us, so it reduces anti-aging, and consuming like 1.5 liters a day is equal to the antioxidant value of like hundreds of fruit and vegetables. So yeah, it's not just water. It's water that heals, it energizes us, it protects us, and water that can really change your life. Fuel your body with the purest water. So this right here, this is a K8. It's a machine that transforms regular tap water into the water that I was just talking about. It's hydrogen rich, ionized alkaline water, or what we call Kangen water. It sits right here on your bench. It plugs into a power point and connects to your tap. No plumbing, no big setup, just turn it on and it transforms your water. It's medical grade certified in Japan, so it's approved for use in hospitals and clinics over there. So it's not just a filter, it's a wellness device, and it's a flagship product that we've partnered with. This is where it gets even better. This machine doesn't just give you the best drinking water in the world, it replaces dozens of everyday products in your home. So all-purpose cleaner, bleach, laundry detergent, fruit and veggie wash, makeup remover, toner, stain remover, fabric softener, mouthwash, disinfectant, hand sanitizer. My indoor plants love it, and so much more, all by pressing a button. This machine, so it creates different pH levels of water, and each one has its own specific use. So you can literally press a button and out it flows exactly what you need, and it's chemical free. My favorites are the 2.5 pH level. And this is actually known as hypochlorous acid. It's actually produced inside the human body as part of the immune system's defense against infection and disease. It is so much stronger than bleach, but you can actually drink it. It's non-toxic, and you can't buy it in stores because of its short shelf life. But with this machine, you can make it fresh on demand, and I have replaced all of my household cleaners with it. You've got 6 pH, and that's perfect for skincare, acts as a gentle toner and balances your skin's pH. And 11.5 is a powerful degreaser, so it's really good for cleaning your fruit and veggies. Most pesticides and herbicides that are sprayed on our produce are oil-based. So they do that so that, when it rains, it's not washed off. But you get them home and you wash them under normal tap water. It's not doing a thing. It doesn't get them off, and we're eating them. These residues are linked to like hormone disruption, gut issues, reproductive problems, and even some cancers. And if you've got kids, they are so much more sensitive to that toxic load. But they 11.5, so it breaks down those oil-based sprays. And once you see what comes off your fruit and veggie, you will never go back. It is safe for kids. It is safe for pets. It turns your home into just a non-toxic sanctuary. Plus, it lasts 25 years and saves the average family of 4 over $2,000 a year. So yes, it's more than water. It's a full body, full home upgrade. And once you've got it, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. And here's the thing, you can find anything you want on Google. You want to prove that coffee is good for you, you Google it. You want to prove that coffee's bad for you, same thing. There's information out there to back up any opinion, whether it's fact or fluff. So when we talk about the health benefits of this water, we want to point people in the direction where it's more legit. So if you go and check out PubMed, it's the world's largest free resource. It's peer-reviewed biomedical and life sciences research. It's not hype, it's not marketing, it's straight up science. There are thousands of peer-reviewed published studies on the benefits of this water. So when you go searching, you won't find studies with the word Kangen water in them. What you're looking for is hydrogen-rich water, or electrolyzed reduced water, or hypochlorous acid if you want to find out more about that type of water in particular. So that's the clinical language. And when you look it up, the evidence is everywhere. So if you're someone who wants to see the research, or you're curious if this is really as powerful as it seems, go and check out PubMed for yourself. Don't take our word for it. Let the science speak. So let's go through the other products that we have. The Inespa is a shower system. So this transforms tap water into mineral-infused spa water. It uses a combination of ceramic stones and minerals from the Japanese hot springs, It has a filter that removes chlorine and harmful contaminants, leaving the skin moisturized and rejuvenated. So you don't get that dry, itchy skin when you get out of the shower. You know, anything you put on your skin ends up in your body, and chlorine, especially when warmed up, is actually a health hazard. So it doesn't make sense to be drinking the best water in the world only to be soaking and bathing in water that is filled with harmful chemicals and pollutants. So this is designed to look after the body's biggest organ, the skin, to protect it and to nourish it with minerals. It literally promotes relaxation, and it is wellness for both body and mind. Ukon is one of the other core products that we have, and honestly, it's been a game changer in our house. It's high-grade organic turmeric supplements, which are known for their anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties. It's rich in curcumin, which is an active compound that helps reduce that inflammation. It supports digestion and strengthens the immune system. What makes Ukon different from other turmeric supplements is its unique fermentation process, and that helps the body absorb it. Most other turmeric supplements just pass through, where this one, you get the benefits from it because you're actually absorbing it. I was really skeptical of this to start with, to be honest, but I bought it and I was like, I'll give it a go. And honestly, the difference in my hip pain was wild. If I miss like 2 days, I'm back in chronic pain. I can't walk, I can't stand up, I'm limping around and feeling very miserable. I even talked my partner into taking it as well. And honestly, we both just noticed so much more energy and less joint pain. And it's one of those things that once you feel the shift, you just can't go without it. So M-Guard, the M-Guard acts as a barrier, protective barrier. So it reduces and removes harmful EMF exposure in your home, your office, and in your personal environment. So for anyone who hasn't heard of EMFs before or isn't even quite sure what that means, EMF stands for electromagnetic fields. They're invisible waves of energy that come from things like your phone, Wi-Fi, laptop, Bluetooth devices, anything wireless. Now, in small doses, it's usually not a big deal, but the problem is we're exposed to high levels of EMF all day, every day. We sleep next to our phones, we work on our screens, our kids are on their screens all day at school, our homes are full of signals, our bodies never get a break. And while the research is still growing, more and more studies are showing links between things like sleep disruption, headaches, fatigue, anxiety, and even levels impacts on child development. So that's why the M-Guard exists. It's a simple, portable device, and it helps reduce that exposure and gives your body some reliefs in this always connected world. All right, so this is a powerful partnership. Enagic is not just some startup or passing trend. It's been around for 50 years. It has a 500-year vision. They're part of the Direct Sales Association, which means they meet high ethical and business standards. They're pioneers in the health and wellness, offering products that enhance health, build wealth, and protect the environment. The electrolyzed reduced water, rich in hydrogen, restores the body to optimal state. It's healing, it's energizing, and it's protecting us. With over 68 uses, it increases your return on investment and creates an eco-friendly, toxin-free home. It's sustainable, zero-waste product lasting 20 plus years. It's award-winning technology, and with only 3 million machines sold worldwide, there's still a huge market, but it's proven itself to be something people want, need, and love. It has global growth and it is expanding into new countries. It originated in Okinawa, Japan, which is historically known for its longevity. It was once called the land of immortals. Okinawans have less cancer, heart disease, dementia, and women there live longer than any women on the planet. So here's the bigger picture. People are waking up, they're questioning what's in their water, what's going into their bodies, and how they can actually take control of their health. This isn't about a fancy machine or a trend. It's about people wanting cleaner water, safer homes, stronger bodies, and more empowered choices. And that's exactly what this movement stands for. With health awareness on the rise and water ionizer demand is growing every single year, this is not slowing down anytime soon. And the company that we partner with, they're the #1 water ionizer company in the world. They're leading the way in tech, results, and global impact. So whether you're here for the wellness, the income, the community, or just to do things differently, you are in the right place. So sometimes people think, Is this a real industry? Is this a real opportunity? Is there actually money to be made in something like this? So let's look at the numbers. The NFL was a $12 billion industry, music 15 billion, the movie industry 38, organic food 80 billion, gaming 91 billion, but then there's direct sales 201 billion. And in our lane specifically, the water ionizer market, it was worth 2.46 billion in 2022, and it is projected to more than double that by 2032. So yeah, this is not a trend. It's an industry that is only getting bigger. And the best part, you don't need a warehouse, a storefront, or a tech degree to step into it. You just need a model that works and someone to show you how. So with that, I will hand it back over to Denise, who is going to walk you through how the commissions work and how this becomes a real opportunity and income for your life.
Thank you so much, Jess. That was awesome. And you know what? I love my machine, and I actually, all my machines, I've got all the products. We actually, the ukon, which is a Japanese word for turmeric, actually, my husband's dropping stuff in the kitchen. Actually, I don't know if anyone heard that. So ukon actually is a Japanese word for turmeric. And it comes in tea, it comes in soap, and it comes in the capsules. And I have the whole thing. Like, I've got all the products in my home. And what I love about that is it's a company that is really taking on everything that, we need as humans in our home. And also, I also speak to a lot of people that are taking all these supplements and nutrition. And then when I speak to them, I say, so what water do you actually drink? And they say tap water. And I think, oh, something doesn't gel here. That you're taking all this good nutrition, but if only you knew that by drinking our water, you'll have more absorption. Like, everything will be absorbed at a cellular level, which is obviously what the K8 machine does. And it's amazing. So let's talk about the money, unlocking true wealth. And this is why we're here, everyone. Money makes the world go round. We've always heard that expression, and we can't survive without it. You can have a little bit of money, you can have a lot of money, but it's what you do with that money that really makes a difference. Okay. And the more money we have, I know for me, the more money I have, then the more I can give back to the community, which is what I want to do. And so we've actually put in a strategy here. And if you were to get started with us, and we call this a quad, so a quad being 4 products, Jess would know this because Jess is a horse girl, and that's what they call a quad in the horse racing world is, a quad. And so we put together, if you get started with the 4 different products that Jess has just spoken about, you can actually make commission back on your own purchase. It's also going to put you at the 2A level in the business, which is actually putting you straight in at double commission. And therefore, you're going to make $656 back on your own investment into the business. The next one is the first 5 quads. So say, for example, you come in with a quad, you find 5 people, and we actually help you find those 5 people. So we find the 5 people, they get started with a quad. The company's actually going to pay you $15,700. Now, that's not bad, just for finding 5 people, not 500, not 5,000, just 5. And, it's very easy to find 5 people. Then let's say we have another 6 quads. So that's 11 people in total, all purchasing a quad, and the company's going to pay you $45,530 in commissions. Now, let me just explain to you, when I was working in my job and I was doing 76 hours a fortnight, I was roughly bringing home in between around $40,000 and $42,000 a year. All I had to do here is have 11 sales, so 11 people joining me in the business. Now, again, not everybody joins with a quad, but most people do. But I was 5,530. And then another 10 sales on top. So 21 people joining you with a quad sale is going to pay you $100,000. And this company pays out over 57% in commissions to its distributors, which is us. And we love that. So this is where you can see, if you've ever been in a low ticket company, so, and no disrespect to these companies, they're all great. They've all been around for a long time. But companies say like Tupperware, Avon, maybe Isogenics, maybe Herbalife, Amway, those type of companies, and I can tell you because I was involved with one of them for a very long time, is low ticket. So for me to be in a business, that business model, to make a $10,000 month, say, I would need at least, anywhere from 2 to 500 customers a month to make a $10,000 month. And as you can see here, being a high ticket company and with a high ticket commission base, then obviously I can make thousands of dollars per sales, which is, working smarter, not harder. So here's a look at some of the numbers. So as an example, say you come in here with my little pointer, and you just get started with a K8. And we love you. Having a K8 in your home is going to change your life. It's going to change your health, and it's also going to change your family's health. But say, for instance, you're at the 1A level and somebody underneath you says, hey, I love that machine. I want to get one too. Then the company's going to pay you $400. Now, once we show you a way to open your two 1A lanes, your third sale will actually put you at the 2A level. So as you can see, then your commission actually doubles. And then when we get you to 3A, which is 11 to 20 sales, you will be paid $1,200 on just selling one K8. And it goes all the way down here. So at 6A, so say for instance, 6A, somebody gets started with a K8 under me, then I get paid $2,400. So it's a pretty simple way to follow it. The next one is the quad, which is one of everything, which I just spoke about. Again, if you just come into the business with one machine and it's a K8 and somebody underneath you actually purchases the quad, you still get paid on all the 4 products, even though you haven't bought the 4 products, which is incredible, I believe. And so at 1A, you're going to get paid $784. Now, that was what I was bringing home a week. Roughly around $1,500 a fortnight I was bringing home in my job. So I knew if I got to this level at 1A, so I actually got started with a quad, but as an example, I was making $784 on a sale. So got to 2A really fast, which paid me $1,568. I know Jess is down here. Jess is 4A in the business. So if Jess has somebody in the business get started and they buy the 4 products, then she's going to make $3,136. That was my monthly wage in my job. And yours too, Jess. Yeah, like it's crazy. And so, this is the thing. Jess works 2 days a week now and she still gets to do this. She still gets to have a lifestyle and just have one sale a week go through her business. And she's made her monthly wage in a week, or even in a day. Like, you can do this daily. Honestly, it's just incredible when you start looking at the numbers and get involved. And really, if you're a numbers person, you're watching this is going to blow your mind. And then down at the 6A, somebody gets started with a quad under me, it's $4,700 roughly. All right. And then we go into this one here, which is very popular. So most people get started with 2 K8s because they want to use one as a loan machine. And we've worked out that, if you were lending out your second K8, one for you and one to lend out, which is what I do, you can actually generate anywhere between $70,000 to $100,000 by just doing that, because you lend it out, people fall in love with it, you let them have it for a couple of weeks, and then they want to buy their own. And so this is another way that you can actually make some income. They may not be interested in building the business, and that is perfectly fine, but they want the products. And that is also, a great commission for us as well, because we still get paid the same. And so, some people, that's why some people get 2 K8. So 2 K8s, one of the NS Shower, the M-Guard and the Ukon, at 1A is going to pay you $1,184. Where Jess is, she's going to get paid $4,736. And then down at 6A, which is where I am, is $7,104. Now, just tell me that this isn't blowing your mind. This amount of money is just insane. And once I saw the compensation plan, I couldn't unsee this. So, 7 years ago, I watched something very similar to this. And something I didn't tell you was I was able to quit my job within 8 months, and I haven't worked a job ever since. So this is all I do. I share this opportunity. I love what I do, and I love, bringing people into my business all the time because it's a lot of fun. So this is how the 8-point system works and the quad commissions. So to earn $100,000 a year, or $100,000, you can $100,000 in 90 days. We've had people do that. We've had them do it in 4 months. We've had them do it in 12 months. We've had them do it in 2 years. It doesn't matter. You're at your own speed. But you can earn an extra $100,000 in your life. Say you did it in a year. That's 15 quad sales per year. 15 people joining you is 15 quads. An extra 250,000 is and I like to say this because it sounds so good, doesn't it? $250,000. Doesn't that sound better than 250,000? 37 people joining your business is going to pay you that. And then obviously 500,000 is 75 people joining your business. Incredible. And then obviously to make $1,000,000, 149 people. So 149 people purchasing a quad, which is 13 quad sales per month. We've just had somebody in the business do that, by the way, and 3 quad sales per week. That's going to pay you $1,000,000. Tell me, show me a compensation plan that's better than this. Like, seriously, show me something, because honestly, I've never seen anything this good. So let's talk about the pathway to generational wealth. And this is one of the main reasons that I got into the business, because I wanted to create something that I could will to my children, that I could leave a legacy for my children when I'm no longer walking this earth. But believe me, I'm going to give this money a good nudge before I go. I got lots of plans. But when you get started in the business, which you go 6A, which is a total of 101 sales. Now, that's not 101 people, that's just 21 people with 101 sales. The company, you go 6A, and it's a massive leadership role here in Australia and around the world. But the company will also, this is in US dollars, by the way, so the company will pay you 3,000 US as a bonus for doing your job, for reaching the rank of 6A, which is 4,000 in Australia. Then you go down to 6A2, which is where I am. So I've actually got 3 legs of, so this one is 6A, this one's 6A, this one's 6A. The company actually paid me a $12,000 bonus for going 6A2, and on top of all the other money that I made. And then obviously we've got Dash 2, which is my rank that's coming up. That won't be too far away. And then this is the one that we really love, because this is where the legacy income starts. So the company will pay you a $25,000 US bonus, which I think is about 35,000 or something like that here. And they'll pay you 7,500 Australian every single month for the rest of your life, and you can will that. Now, 7.5 is the base. So I know people that have earned 40,000 a month. What they do is they give you a percentage of the sales of the company, and they pay you that accordingly. So, even though I've got my business here in Australia, I actually get paid on everyone else's business once I get to this. I get 1% of everyone's business once I get to this position. And honestly, this is the reason that so many people see this, because no other company has this. They don't have the legacy structure like we have. We have people in Australia that, well, around the world, but mainly in Australia, we've got people that are already 6A2-3, 6A2-4, 6A2-5 we have here in Australia. My personal upline, he's 6A2-6. And we've got Romy, who's actually going for 6A2-8. He's going to be the first in the world. Is going to pay him a $1.2 million Australian bonus. Plus, he's going to get 80,000 US. And I mean, this is life-changing. And as I said to you before, yes, you talk about money, but let me tell you, what Romy has been able to do with his money. He's a Filipino man who emigrated to America when he was 20. He got married to a lovely lady in the Philippines, and they got started. He got started in the business when he turned 50. He found this opportunity. He then has made so much money, and what he's done is he's gone back to the Philippines. He's built churches across the country. He's built houses for all of his family. He goes to schools and he pays all the students tuitions, families that can't afford to put their children through college and things like that over there. And he just gives so much money back to the community, because he said to me when I spoke to him, he said, there's only so much I can do with my money, and now I get to give it back. And, he's the most beautiful person I've ever met. And this is what I mean. Money talks. Money gives you choices. And I love that he's been able to do that for other people. So attracting leads to your offer. So how does this work? So we've shown you the money, we've shown you the product, and now you want to know how it actually works. So now that you have the right offer, it's time to attract leads to that offer. And we do that via social media strategies, optimizing your social media with content that speaks to your audience. So we teach you all of this. Learn from top social media experts in the industry, which we do consistently. We teach you both organically and paid advertising strategies. And I've honestly built most of my business through running ads, and I'm here to teach you that as well. And no prior experience or prior social media audience is required. And as I said in the very beginning, I only had 400 friends on Facebook. I didn't have any other platforms. So if you're sitting there going, oh my God, yeah, this sounds great, but I don't know what to do, guess what? I didn't either. Jess didn't. Jess is probably a little bit more techie than I because she's younger, but it's been incredible because the system just teaches you absolutely everything. And I'm going to show you the academy in a second. So how we make our sales is social media plus education, the automation, and then the duplication. So basically paid or organic marketing brings hungry buyers to you. So it's talking to your audience when you're doing organic. Organic means people that are already following you on your social media. So whether you like to build it on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it is for you, you can actually choose how you run it. They watch a masterclass like this. So, you're here for a reason. You've watched our masterclass and you're going to make an informed decision whether this is for you or not. They book a call with one of our team. Now, this is the cool part. I know you're probably sitting there going, I hate sales. I don't want to do sales. I'm nervous. I wouldn't have a clue what to do. I'm here to take that away from you because we have a sales team that actually do all of your sales calls for you. They do the sales calls, they do the paperwork, they do absolutely everything while you get to live your best life. So you could be at the beach, your business is running because you've got ads running. So you could be at the beach with the kids or the family, the grandchildren, whatever it is for you, or on a plane going to another country. And we have a sales team that are taking care of your business for you while you're doing what you love. We do the paperwork, we flick it over for you to sign, we flick it over to the person to sign, and basically we throw that into an AGIC and it's all done. Like, it's unbelievable, this system. And this is where we've taken away that you do not have to wear all the hats. You just get to be you. You just get to do what you love to do. So investing in your own wellness products is a must. Obviously, it comes with your own personal ID number, and then activating your distributor ID, and then launching your business in the mentorship with the academy. And I'll talk to you a little bit about the academy. Automating your offer, so making sales 24/7, use a system that does all the heavy lifting for you so you don't have to. So as I said to you, you could be living your best life, living on the beach, drinking pina coladas, and your business is running for you. What an offer. That is incredible. Time flexibility. Without automations and systems, you have no time leverage that allows you to do what you want when you want and with whoever you want to. And let systems work for you. Systems that work for you in the background are vital for your organization to scale. You need to have a system in place, and we've got that. Sales calls done for you. I've already told you that. I'm going to say it again. If you hate sales, if you don't know what to do, we've taken all of that out for you, and we're going to do it for you with the sales team. So let me introduce you to the Academy. This is our educational platform. This is where all the training is, the support, and in the education, you have an onboarding system to get you powerfully set up for the day. You've got a step-by-step guide, setting up your social media, business building strategies through social media channels, self-paced courses, so you can go through them at your own speed. And we have basically covered everything. Any questions that you would have, it is in the Academy. It is all done for you. You've got your customer sales pages. We've got funnels. We've got webinars recorded. We've got absolutely everything for you that you just have to say, yes, I'm ready to get started. I'm going to jump on a call. Let's go. I want to do this. And exclusive monthly masterclasses. We have support, training, education, live events, you name it, we've got it. It's awesome. We run retreats. I've just ran a retreat not long ago. And this is what we get to do. It's a lot of fun. So it's not just business, it's all about fun. So here's what to look at. So this is what to do. So if you're in our group and you're here and you're thinking, or you might be on Jess's pages or my pages or whatever it is, but you want to get started in the business and you're looking for an opportunity, then your next step is obviously to get back to the person that actually invited you here. So whether it's myself, Jess, or some of the other ladies, and book in a discovery call to get started. Get your questions answered. because usually that is the thing that's stopping you moving forward. You might have some questions, you might be a little bit nervous, a fear might come up for you, but get your questions answered, and by doing that, you can book in a discovery call. Completing the discovery process in the academy is so important because it really does answer a lot of questions for you as well before you even jump on that call. And then obviously getting started with us, go through, have your call, ask your questions again, and then we can actually show you a way that you can actually, get started in the business, work alongside of us, and have a lot of fun. So I'm just going to, if you want to come out, Jess, we'll just unmute. And this is us. This is one of the events that I ran just recently in my hometown. This is some of the team. We had over 130 people there. It was amazing, and we're a global community. This is our community, but we've got a bigger community. And you can just say yes, I'm ready to get started, and come on and join a group of people that are really changing their life, but also changing other people's lives. So I would like to say thank you for listening to me. I'm going to hand it over to Jess, and she can just close us out.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Like I said, we just love sharing this opportunity with people. We can see the difference in our health, the community here. I love all the people. It's so nice to be supported by people who are like-minded, who lift you up, who celebrate the heck out of you. And it's just so positive, it's just a positive, fun business to be a part of. So yes, reach back out to the person that invited you here. And yeah, we would love to work alongside you.
It's actually not work, is it, Jess? It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for being here. And yeah, just let us know who got you, who shared this with you, and we'll get you in touch with the person. Have an amazing day, everybody.
Bye.